Bill de Blasio came out. There's a video over on BitChute, high impact flicks y'all should go watch. Bill de Blasio, mayor of New York, announced they will be doing the key to New York. It's going to be a vax pass. Got to have it to Patreon restaurants, grocery stores, diners, bars, all that shit. Everybody had a tinfoil hat on last year. It isn't looking so crazy now, are they? It's going to spread. Probably spread faster than some other things have spread. But everybody knew it was coming. If you didn't, and, you know, if you're one of the people who are of the mindset, you know, fake it to make it, well, power to you. You know, I just made my choice that I thought about it hard, and I have a line I will not allow to be crossed when it comes to putting stuff in my body that I don't choose to put in my body. Yeah, we're not doing that. Statistically speaking, heroin is probably less deadly than this thing. There's a lot of heroin addicts in the world. A lot of heroin addicts in this country. There's, relatively speaking to the number of people that do it, there's not very many deaths. More deaths than other things, less deaths than other things. But I would bet that it is close, if not less, than the death rate from people that just take this thing. And you know, now you're being forced to take it. You're being forced to jump off the bridge. There's water under it. You might live, you might not. Doesn't matter though, as long as it makes them safer in their eyes. And them is actually a really small portion of the population. Allegedly, less than 30% of the population has been jabbed. Somehow, they're wanting to play the majority rules game, but for some reason they're overlooking the majority. If people seen anything different in their lives, if they thought that there was more going on today than there was yesterday, if they were burying people every other week, like this is what happens in pandemics, they would probably get it. You wouldn't be having to give incentives, have lotteries, and now resulting to force. His words were, you will have to do this to live in our society. And when he said our society, he wasn't talking about us. He was talking about those who choose to do what they're told to do. Projection. This should be a separate video, but I'm going to go ahead and get it out now. The dangerous people, the ones who can't be controlled. I watched a video last night where the dangerous person was both uncontrollable and looked up upon, and also deemed to be, at least and thought to be, ignorant at the same time. You know, you can't control them at work. They ain't gonna take your jab. They don't want your money. They don't care about the promotion. They're going to do what they want to do, whether you like it or not. But then when they decide that you're not going to buy into the plan, which will make it harder on the people who cannot or don't know how to buy into the plan, then he is a coward or some type, I don't know. I don't think it's unpatriotic to fake it. I think that it's playing into it. I think it's being a coward. And in the end, I'm going to tell you the reason why I have chosen not to play into it at all. Why I have chosen not to have fake documents for travel. Number one, I have one place to travel. One place. Right now. Anyway, possibly two. Depends on how everything goes down. I'll make it to one of them. No matter what, I'll make it to one of them. Other than that, I don't care about traveling. There's no amount of money that could pay me to go to another country right now. You couldn't pay me anything. because it's bad enough here. I'm not going somewhere else where it's worse. I don't care if it's for work or not. Kiss my ass. I'm not about making it harder on other people. If something that I do makes it harder on somebody else, impedes on their freedom, I'm good. That's why I'm so against carry permits. Those who have carry permits and know now that it makes it harder on the person who refuses to ask permission. You know, it is what it is. Yeah, like, okay, you're safe, and you just made it harder on somebody who is living their life correctly, who is trying to be as free as they possibly can. Shit's about to get real. Oh, pass. Here's something that I have been through that some people haven't been through, and some people, they're smart, they're book smart, they know a lot about a lot of things, but there's some things that you have to live in order to know. The day that comes that you get caught with those fake documents, those of you who have them, will be the worst day of your life. It won't even be the worst day of your life because you got caught. It'll be the worst day of your life, period, because that's how shit happens. You'll be having the worst fucking day you ever had on the planet, and then bam, now it just got 10 times worse. And if you think that they are going to make this happen, and there's not going to be severe punishment for faking fucking documents, you ain't thinking correctly. But more power to you. This actually came up in a video last night, and he was talking about how he knew 3 or 4 people that had fake documents. One of them actually tore them up and fleshed them. And he just thought it was the wrong move. And I don't, you don't know what's going on unless you ask. And I don't know what's going on because it's third-party information. But maybe the other person was worried about something. Maybe he was worried about people who knew might tell because of their lack of, no, I don't want to say that. Maybe he just didn't trust them. You know, it's hard to trust people today. Maybe he had other stuff going on. Maybe he just decided that he was going to be a man, and that he is done playing the force game. You know, in a society where you had to have a pass to go everywhere, the rules change. Today it's about being moral and treating everybody as good as you can, even if you don't know them. Tomorrow that might not be the case. It's untelling where this is going to go. But I do know one thing. I pity the person or persons who follow any kind of order to try to stop me from going anywhere. I pity them. I feel genuinely sorry for their stupidity. And for all you cops out there, because it will be the cops enforcing this. Because it will be law enforcement. You know, the same fuckers throughout history who have committed every atrocities to societies because of government. Law enforcement. It will be those pricks who are enforcing this shit. I just don't get it. You know, when the people fear government, there's tyranny, and you see it. A lot of motherfuckers are scared to death in this world. They're scared to death. Scared of everything. They're just trying to live longer. They're not even trying to survive. They're just trying to live longer. Make it as easy as they can for as long as they can. And if shit ever goes way sideways, ain't none of that gonna matter. All thing's gonna matter is your heart, not your beating heart. Your heart within you. You know, that pushes you forward, that motivates you to accomplish that which is not accomplishable. That's what's going to keep you moving forward. I don't just want to live, I want to be alive. And I'm going to be alive. And ain't nobody going to stop me from that. Even if they got to kill me.